Hey, Rebel, what's going on, man? Thank you, Rebel. You must be dedicated as well, man. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. There you go. If you appreciate me and my fitness, you must be dedicated to it as well, for sure. Because if you didn't care about fitness, I don't think you'd appreciate me and my journey. That's generally how it works, man. So it's good to see. We have a common thread, man. Definitely. Hey, Jacob. Yeah, go to bed, man. Rest up for sure. Get a good night's sleep, man. That's always a great thing to do, man. You don't want to go to work tired. What kind of music do I like? Oh, dude, it's all changed over the years. I grew up on hip hop, rap and hip hop, that kind of thing. You know, Eminem and all the rest of that. And then as I've become, a parent, a lot of that music I can't listen to with the kids around. So I've gotten into all sorts of stuff, pop, listening to all sorts of stuff with my daughter. So you just kind of get exposed to anything and everything. I love deep house. That's another thing that I've recently developed a like for. Deep house, yeah, it seems to be like really relaxing and puts me in a good mood, man. I like that. Since have you been in the gym culture for ages now? Have you ever had an altercation with anyone in the gym before? Uh, no, I wouldn't say an altercation. No, nothing serious. No, nothing like that. I'm pretty happy when I'm in the gym. You know what I mean? Like I'm in a happy vibe, and I haven't really bumped into anybody that just wasn't, you know, treating me right or whatever. Deep house. Well, I don't even know. What are the? Well, I wish I could show you my playlist. And I'll be able to sing off some of them. Uh, Deep house. Ashontikin, Ashtikin, Asunkintin, Ashkitin, something like that. Um, there's a bunch of his songs on there. Rufus du Sol. I don't even know that. I don't even know who that is. But if that's Deep House, I'll probably give it a go. Um, yeah. I love music, man. I love all sorts of music. You know. But when I was younger, it was strictly hip hop, man. Oh, that's 3. Yeah, that's the thing. The swearing is tough. Of course the kids are gonna get exposed to it eventually, but I can't really enjoy it if there's a lot of swearing, man. You know, the good thing about Eminem is that like some of those all-time classics, like Mockingbird, for instance, like that song there's no swearing. I don't think there is. There's a few songs which are like for the masses. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that is bad, but yeah, kid friendly. But if I'm in the car by myself, I tend to always listen to hip hop, rap, or yeah, sometimes I listen to Serbian music, like folk music and all that. But if I'm alone in the car, I tend to listen to some hip hop just to get my fix because it's tough to listen to that stuff in front of the kids. Hey Doc, what's going on, man? I'll give them a listen, man. Oh, they're Deep House. There you go, right up my alley. Okay, I'll look it up, man. Thank you for that. Doc, I'm gonna try some bench today. I'm still not feeling 100%. Still a little bit snotty, so I'm not gonna do any hard training. What I'm thinking is a bit of bench. So I'm gonna do some singles on bench. Make sure I don't forget what bench is about. And no sets of 23. Not ready for that. And then after that, I was thinking some back work, man. Maybe I'll try some back work or something like that. I want to do some rowing. I have to tiptoe around training, man. When it's this cold and everyone's sick around me, I really have to be careful. So I'll do some more accessories which are gonna help me in the future. So I'll keep doing those. Are you still working? What do you mean am I still working? Like nursing working? Should listen to Dude Sharp. There is some swearing, but you won't understand, just like we did with English when we were small. Yeah, man. That reminds me, when I was a kid, man, we were listening to like Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, DMX, Ja Rule. Maybe Ja Rule wasn't so bad, but all of these guys, and my parents would be in the car, we'd just be chilling with this freaking music, man. My parents didn't know how to speak English. So we're like banging this like gangster rap in the car, going to basketball trainings and all this stuff. And a few times some of my friends would hear what we were listening in the car and be like, oh my God, your parents are so cool. Not knowing that they don't know much, man. They're just sitting there listening to freaking 50 Cent go crazy. It's just so funny, man. And now that I'm a parent, I'll think about that and I'm like, oh my God. Silly of us. You're off to bed? Thank you, Jacob. All the best, dude. Yeah, like full time or going content creation? Well, I'm doing content creation, of course. That's why you can see me now. But yeah, of course I'm still working, dude. This doesn't pay the bills like you'd think, man. There's nothing crazy going on here, man. Of course I'm working. Oh wow, the massacre by 50 Cent. That is so cute. Your mum bought you that. That is so cute, man. Oh, God. Oh, I love that. Rap music is cringe. Why do you say that? I love how everyone just says cringe for anything. Everything is cringe nowadays. I feel like cringe is one of those new popular words that everyone just says. Why is rap music cringe? I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. Where do I put you? Try to put you guys here. Am I ever going for a complete total, Ivan, or still just doing? Nah, like I've got all these different goals, man. Whether all of them are doable at the same time, I've got no idea, man. You know, I've set the bar very high, obviously. 300 squat, 300 deadlift. The 300 deadlift is probably the one that I'm kind of most confident about. It's only 15 kilos to go. So the 300 kilo will happen, deadlift will happen. I'm actually pretty confident about the bench as well, the 180 bench. The least confident thing is the squat. I don't know if I'll ever be able to squat that much. I gotta work out some of these issues that I have with the hips. But man, the more I squat, the more I realize that the deadlift comes much easier to me. So dare I say I would need to be, I would need to be like a 350 kilo deadlift for me to squat, for me to bloody squat 300, man. I think my deadlift will need to be very, very high. So let's see what happens, man. Only one way to find out, right? But ultimately, it's the process of training that I love the most, you know? I love coming out here and getting after it. After all this time, man, I still look forward to it. I found my little thing in life, I think. No matter what, I'm gonna love this. Am I working nights? Not currently, but yeah, I do work nights. Not currently though. I've got some coming up very soon. There's always bloody nights around the corner, that's for sure. Were you planning on pushing deadlifts during this bench training block? Could be a good while squat is on maintenance. Now, for me to push deadlifts, I need to do a lot of stuff which I feel like is going to interrupt the bench. Basically, what I'm waiting for is time for me to just click on the deadlift bucket of training exercise. There's a lot, dude. There's like a lot of stuff going on, and you know, for me to push to that 300 kilo deadlift, I need to do a lot of rowing, a lot of quad work, a lot of core, all of that stuff, and that usually is not really doable if I'm doing, you know, sets of 23 on bench and doing all this like arm work for the elbows. It's just so much work, so much work. You throw in the family and nursing and night shifts and all of that, it becomes very, very difficult to recover from all of that. So in my mind, I always have just one thing that I put on blast. Everything else just chills. Right now, like I'm basically in a bench block, and I'm struggling to do that as well. I'm basically living off of the accessories that I've got going on right now. Today's supposed to be, you know, a crazy bench day, but I'm snotty. I don't want to push it. I don't want to cause that disruption, and so I'm gonna just do a single, whatever, 140, 150, whatever ends up happening today. And it's, you know, less than ideal, man, but you know, I've learned the hard way. I've tried to push when I'm not 100% ready for it, and then I get screwed over, man. Sometimes I think to myself, I should just go back to SBD singles like I used to do. Maybe I should just do that for the winter time. No volume at all. No metabolic stress on the system at all. You know, and just live on the accessory stuff that is not so expensive. I thought about that today while I was at work. It just crossed my mind. I'm like, what am I doing, man? There's no point. You know, I'm in the worst 3 months of the year, which is like that, June, July, August. It's the worst, dude. It's the coldest month in Australia, coldest months. It's terrible. Everyone's sick. Hospitals full of sick people, respiratory illnesses. The kids are off and on sick. I should just take it easy, you know. Take it easy, smash the hips on the accessories. Maybe just like work with bent over rows, you know, and don't worry about pushing the deadlift or the squat or the bench, and just do that. I don't know. In 2 minds about it all. I can only speak for myself, but you inspired me a ton. No excuses, even with the life as a dad and a nurse. When I first found you, I think you were at day 100 even. Then you made me want to go train. Oh, nice, Kevin. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I think all of us, no matter who you are, what you're doing, what's going on, I think that the thing that I appreciate as well, and probably you appreciate about me as well, as I appreciate about other people, is just the effort. No matter who you are, how gifted you are, how ungifted you are, you know, whatever you got going on, it's very hard to criticize effort. It's very hard to criticize effort, because when somebody's really giving their all, trying their best with the circumstances they're in, what is that to say? And for me, when I look at myself, I'm like, man, you're trying your hardest. Like you're trying to make it work the best you can with everything that's kind of rolled into this particular situation. And that's it. That's all you can really ask for. You know, sure, you can get sad that, you know, about many different things, why you're not better or whatever else is going on. But that's not useful. That's not useful to anyone. That's 120. Let's try 130. The geography of Australia is interesting to me. Have you traveled much of the continent? I imagine a place like Perth, so far away from the other side. It's like a different world. Yeah, it's very, very, it's a big, big country, man. Huge. Most people, you know, frequent the eastern coast. The western coast, in my experience, not so much. I've done, obviously, South Australia. I've been all around the place, South Australia. I've been to Melbourne, I've been to Sydney. I've been all along the coast of Victoria. I've seen a bit, but there's obviously, I haven't been everywhere. I haven't been to a bunch of cities, most cities. I haven't been to Perth, Darwin, Hobart. Haven't been to Brisbane, Canberra, Cairns, all that stuff like in Queensland. I haven't been there. Yeah. So much to see here. Yeah. It's a massive piece of land, man. Huge. Kevin, thank you, dude. Yeah. What would he do when he gets sick? Well, nothing you can do, man. You just keep on going on. Keep on keeping on. That's all you can really do, man. There's nothing else to do. Have you seen the show Mr. In Between? Only Australian show I've watched. It's really good. I don't think I have, but I think I've heard about it. I've heard about it, man. All right, let's try and get this 130 now. And it's raining now. I think there's supposed to be a storm coming through. Let's see what happens, eh? I love training when it's raining. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful to train when it's raining. Oh, nice, Dad. I'll look into it, man. Yeah, right. You know what, man? I think it's coming your way. Oh, nice, Dad. That sounds good. Yeah, Dave, man. It's a whole vibe. I love it. Love the rain. Danish, my man. What's been going on? All is well, Danish. You know how it is, shift work throwing me around. Bloody all over the shop. But it's finally good to link up again. What's going on, dude? Oh, Kevin, nice. You enjoyed that rant on steroids and age. Yeah, man. Yeah, to me, it's interesting how people just disregard like all these different stages of life, and all they think is when you're 20 to 30, that's the peak of life. It's not, dude. Like, it's a very immature thought to think that, you know. But each to their own, man. I just hope these people don't regret it at the end, which is a very high likelihood of them regretting some of these decisions when they're kids. Yeah, it was 140. That moved pretty well. I guess it's 150 now. Can't stop it now. Give 150 a bit of a go. See how that feels. $140, $150, $150. This roof will probably leak at some point. This whole house has many leaking spots. Hopefully it doesn't leak straight on the phone. That would be quite an achievement. Ooh, the light just flickered. What does that mean? Interruption in the circuit somewhere. Maybe there's been a dropout somewhere. Oh yeah, oh my God, if it was snow. I haven't seen snow in a while, man. It's been a while. Auto-regulate. No, to be honest with you, man, the biggest thing that I auto-regulate is its volume. To be honest with you, dude, intensity for me, like this is not a, like hitting 150, 140 on the bench, that's nothing, dude. It's one rep. It's not a metabolic stressor at all. At all. I just don't feel like it does anything. Like this doesn't feel like training. This is just testing. That's why for so long I felt like doing the singles and squats was just beautiful. I don't have soreness. I don't feel tired, like fatigue-wise. I feel mentally tired. But yeah, like the only reason I'm not going crazy with bench press right now is because, well, fucking, I've sniffled. So, you know, if I've got some, you know, runny nose and sore throat and whatever, which I've had, like, you know, this is the second time in the month, that tells me that, like, you know, I'm not recovering really well from these workouts. I'm just running myself down, you know. And so I have to learn from that, you know, and so give my body a bit more of a chance to fight off infection that's coming from all sorts of different places in my life. So, yeah, don't know, man. Volume is the biggest thing that I try to auto-regulate. Of course, intensity as well, but volume is the biggest stressor for me. Volume is the big enemy. Oh, fuck, that slowed down. Oh, fuck, I got a cramp. Oh, right in the back. Oh, God. As soon as I started fighting that, I started feeling my back. The more I pushed, the more the back was killing me. Oh, fucking hell. That was RPE 12. Oh. It just goes to show you that, like, practice with the heavy weights is also a thing. Maybe I'll do that for the next week while I'm kind of like recuperating. Just practice lifting heavy things. And that's it. Stay away from volume. It goes to show you, man, like, so 150 I just did. My max is 155. I'm not feeling the greatest. I'm not peaked. That's rather I'm very happy with that actually. Not, you know, that is not too bad at all. Good stuff. So I'm thinking, you know, if I get a bit of momentum going in the bench, which I clearly don't have now, I reckon I could be able to hit 160. You know, get a bit of momentum going. She'll be right. She'll be right, mate. Now, the question is, what the hell do I do next? What do I do next? I know, rows. I'll do some bloody rows, mate. Get some bloody rows up here. I'll finish off with some more bloody hip stuff. And instead of doing sets of 30 now, I'll just do like some easier stuff. I reckon 2 plates will be mint. 2 plates for good measure. Every time I come in here, there's crap everywhere. I have to clean up after my kids run in here and just throw shit around. When you come back to bench after hammering core and quads, I bet your bench will level up. After hammering core and quads, yeah. It's surprising how active the quads are in the bench press. That's something that I've recently learned. I've got respect for that now. There really is a link, man. I feel like when you got your quads in the left, everything goes up. Bench, freaking squat, obviously. And the deadlift for me, you know. It's all just linked. Or maybe 2.5. I reckon 2.5 will be just what I'm after. Get some back action. Proper 12. What's going on, man? I'm good. How are you? Oh. Yeah, the quads, man. If I was to say to you 2 muscle groups which, if you hit, everything goes up, can I really do that? So what I wanted to say just then was, I reckon if you hit your back, so lats, when I say back, I mean, it means a lot of things, but like just lats. Get your lats strong, preferably in the row motion, not the pull-up motion. If you get really good with the rows and you get your quads in the mix, you're going to be pretty strong. That's my take because I'm long-legged, right? So my hamstrings and glutes are just on, on blast, everything I do. But if let's say you're a squatty person and you got these shorter legs, then probably glutes and hamstring is what you need. But I guess everyone's different, man. Everyone's different. And see, that's too heavy. That is too heavy. Freaking using everything I have in my body to move that. Not what I'm after. Don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm having a decent day. Yeah, work was okay. Worked with some cool people today. All positive there. Busy shift. Spent the whole day in recess. But a good shift, I'd say. And now finishing off the day with a bunch of you fellas, a bunch of my iron brothers, and yeah, then inside the house, food, chill with the fam, listen to some music. Speaking of music before, you know, I have this thing where I love showing my kids what was cool when I was young. So yesterday, I showed them like some of the pop songs. I've already shown them Britney Spears and whatever, all this stuff. But I was like, damn, I've not showed them Shakira. So I don't know how I think it was like recommended or whatever. So I'm like, oh, let me show you guys Shakira, you know, the World Cup song and all this stuff. So, you know, down memory lane we go with Shakira. And then soon after that, I showed them Christina Aguilera. Who else did we watch yesterday? What's that guy's name? You got me suicidal, something. You know that song? What's his name? Shane? Is it Shane? The African American dude. You know the song? Suicidal, you're beautiful. That's right, beautiful girl. You've got me suicidal, something like that. Patrick, what's Sean Kingston? Yeah, man, that's it. Fuck, I showed them that, and it's really cool. Like I don't know, like I feel like when you get into your 30s, you feel like when you were 17, 18, 19, 20, that was the best part of history, right? And so I love reminiscing and like thinking about the memories and all that shit. I love that. What else did I show them? Obviously Nelly and all those songs, man. You know. Yeah, man. I'm not a good singer, boys, so you're not going to get much from me, man. I got nothing. But with the kids, you know, we crank the music, we're dancing, you know, we're singing. I think it's one of the best ways to kind of like wind down at the end of the day. You know, we get dorky. Whoever sings it should keep it that way, bro. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, the 90s Eurodance stuff. That is epic stuff right there, man. So much good stuff, man. The other day, one of the girls at work who worked in the UK, or maybe some 5 years ago, she looked after a patient that made that song. Fucking hell, man. I always forget the guy's name. He's an African fella. He's the guy that made the Insomnia song. You know that dance song, Insomnia? Fuck, how does that go? He's kind of singing, but he's like talking in the song. And he's got the best freaking drop in history of music, man. Fuck, one of you boys will know this. Insomnia. Just type in Insomnia into Google and you'll get it. Fucking epic, man. I love that. Insomnia. It's like a big build-up and it just drops. So anyway, he ended up passing away during that, well, maybe like a couple of weeks after my colleague looked after him. And apparently he was like the nicest guy ever. Like he was nice to everyone. You know, had a bunch of visitors and stuff towards the end of his life. But I was like, wow, you met that guy? You met that dude that made Insomnia? Amazing. Like, I got goosebumps when she told me that. I was like, man, that was like an iconic song. And probably a lot of people today are going to be like, who the fuck's this? But that was an iconic song. I guess I'll have to stick with 15s. If I got another plate up, it's too heavy. Bloody half a plate down. I gotta do 15s. Is that a fixie? Yeah, man, that's a fixie, all right. I've had this bike for like more than a decade. Trusty thing, nothing can break down on it. I love it. That's my little fixie. It's got fucking dust everywhere. But it still works. I think the tires need a pump. But it's still good. Yeah, crazy small world, man. Ended up being one of the Backstreet Boys when they visited Sydney. Oh, wow. That is sick. Backstreet Boys, yeah, man. They had a few good songs. And who were the other like boy groups? NSYNC. All that stuff. Like all that stuff was popular. Spice Girls. All that stuff, man. I mean, to be honest with you, I'd be very embarrassed if I said to you that I listened to those songs, which I didn't back in the day. Because, you know, I'm into hip hop, you know, I'm cool. But all those songs sound good, man. And now when you're kind of a little older and you don't give a shit what people think, you just kind of whatever. Those are some really nice songs. Oh, and the other one that my kids love, what was the other song that my kids love? And I kind of like it as well. Jesus. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Oh, yeah. Barbie Girl. Is that Barbie Girl? That's Barbie Girl by, what are those? Not Venga Boys. Oh, there's Venga Boys as well. What's the... Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Ooh-oh, ooh-oh. Yeah, man. There's that song as well. Holy shit. That's a popular one. Faithless, yes. Insomnia. Yes, that's it, Dab. Yeah, man. Dude, that song, when that shit dropped, that was like unbelievable. Every club around the world had this. It was nuts. Barbie Girl is a banger, absolutely. My girl's too small, man. She's only 6. Yeah, but I'm sure she would have gone crazy for them. You know. The One Direction phase, yeah, man, and Bieber and all them. Oh, yeah, there you go. You would have heard the... Can't remember now. Here. I wanna listen to it now. How do I listen to it? Oh, fuck it, too hard in this phone. Yeah, but that's the original guy, man. I don't know how old he was when he passed away. He wasn't that old. I don't really know how he got sick, but it just goes to show you, like, I think about some of this stuff and I'm like, wow, man. Even the guy that made that ended up passing away. You know, whatever, dude. Even if you reach the mountaintop and you made the best song in the world, nothing changes, dude. It's the journey that matters. Fuck, you know, I get reminded about that every day. Oh, Ivan, I had a 100 million view video on YouTube. Dude, it doesn't matter, man. Just keep on doing what you want to do, man. Doesn't matter. That guy had the best song in the world at one point. Fuck YouTube. He had the best song in the world. It doesn't matter. As long as you have relationships in your life and you are happy with what's happening and how you're treating people and your loved ones, those are the things that matter. Alright, so that's 3 sets of 15. We'll do 3 sets of 10 here now. Ivan, do you think I can manage to do the ab wheel every day without introducing too much fatigue? Oh, dude, like anything, man, it depends. You do 1 rep, I'm sure you're going to be fine. You do 2 reps, I'm sure you're going to be fine. You do 100 reps, I'm sure you're not going to be fine. It's like all of these type of questions, man, it depends. Depends what you do, man. You're going to go nuts with it? It's like, do you reckon I can walk every day? Well, fuck, man, that depends, man. You know, that really depends. If you decide to walk 24 hours in a day, yeah, you can do that, but then the second day you're going to be dead. Your feet are going to be bleeding, you won't be able to take another step. All these questions have a simple answer. It just depends, man. You can do squat every day, you can do jump every day, you can do bench every day. It just depends what you do, man. It's not just about the exercise you pick. What are you going to do with it, man? That's more important. Anything is possible, man. How hard do you want to push it? That's 1 set of 10. Any tendonitis, joint pain at the moment? Nah, man, I'm feeling mint right now. No pain anywhere. Absolutely perfect right now. I'm very, very happy to report. I feel like I've neglected my core for years and I'm paying for it now. Why stick to one thing though? Like you can do, if you just want to do core every day, holy shit, dude, there's core is like from your neck all the way down to your pelvis. There's so much going on. You can do many different things for your core. Don't limit yourself, man. Yeah, the DOMs will improve for sure. Behind the back shrugs hits barbell rows angle is what I left, to be honest. Behind the back shrugs hits barbell rows angle. Alrighty, so now, I gotta do another set of this, and then we'll switch it up a little bit. Ooh. Man, this is a freaking amazing piece of machinery. So fucking basic, but beautiful. Freaking hell. Just roll away. Nothing else to it. Alright, do a few sets with a neutral grip. I said I wasn't going to fucking work hard, but here I am. Fucking busting myself over these rows. So 3 sets of 15, 3 sets of 10, and I will do a bunch of sets with neutral grip. Oh. Hey. Is the idea that pronated grip for traps, rhomboids, mid back and neutral for lats? It's not so much the grip, it's where your elbow is. So if you think about it like this, when you're rowing like this, wherever this line is going, extended, that's where it's hitting, right? So this is like traps, rhomboids, all that stuff. As you start to go down, 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 and let's say get to this position, elbows to the side, this is all lats. Lats and rear delts, right? Like even when I do this now, it's not even here, but like here, rowing here, that's lats. If you start going up here, that's like traps, rhomboids, all the upper stuff. And there's no right or wrong, dude. It depends on what you need, what you want. You know, in my opinion, like if I'm thinking about it right now, if you start to do a lot of these, you're probably going to work on the bench press carryover. That's a lot of bench press because you tend to bench press in these type of positions. If you start to roll like this, well, what does this remind you of? You know, it's a deadlift. That's a deadlift. This is a deadlift. This is not a deadlift. This is a deadlift. So, you know, back in the deadlift days, like last December, end of last year, man, I was doing crazy stuff, man. I was doing barbell rows. I wasn't doing this at all. And I was doing 5 sets of 10 pronated, you know, rowing high into the chest. And then I would pick the bar up for another 5 sets of 10 this way. Actually, I did this first. And I'd row like this. My hand supinated. And I had good success. Like I was hitting everything. And obviously when you're doing barbell rowing, there's a lot of freaking English as well. Although I was trying to keep it fairly consistent and fairly strict. You know, I was using 100 kilos for the weight. Obviously, you know, if you're freaking, you know, deadlifting 285, you could probably add more weight onto the row if you really started using your back. But that's not the point, right? It's just, well, what is the primary movement? If you don't have the deadlift in your mix and you want to treat the row like an absolute primary thing, fuck it, put 3 plates on and freaking half deadlift row that thing, whatever you want. But you kind of need to think about the whole system. Like, what are you really losing out on and what are you winning on? That's how I think about it. So when the deadlift comes around, of course the barbell roll comes in. I'll probably still keep this in just to finish off a few sets afterwards. But the barbell row is king, don't get me wrong. This is great because it takes away the legs out of it and the lower back. But the barbell row is the king. It's the only reason I'm not doing it now is because that shit is a battle. And I'm not there yet. I will get there yet, eventually. Don't you worry. That's going to be very much so part of the... Hey! Hey! What are you doing? Huh? Soon. Hey! What are you doing? What? Yeah. Little guy stealing cups from the kitchen. You bought the perfect set of machines for each muscle group. I wish to build a home gym like this someday. Yeah, dude, it really is what you make it out, man. Like, everyone's got a different thing, you know. Not to say that my selection is the best, but for me, for what I care about, I spend my money where, you know, I didn't try to throw it away. So this is, I love this. I love this space so much, which is probably the reason why I'm spending more and more time in this freaking space since I bought this stuff. How can you walk away from something like this? Fucking awesome. So no recurring niggles or pains that pop up. Would have guessed with all the squat, at least you would feel certain parts and the others. Oh, Patrick, don't get me wrong. The hip pain is always there when I'm pushing the squats. But I'm not pushing the squats right now. And over the years, I've kind of realized of what to do to prevent that, right? So, you know, soon I'll be squatting like a maniac again, pushing 180s for freaking maximum repetitions. And then those are the periods where I start to get the niggles and the pains. It's like that with anything. It's like if you go crazy with bench or deadlift or whatever, you're going to start to feel things. But as long as you have something up your sleeve that you can kind of, you know, mitigate that. And over the years, I've worked that out, you know. The trouble becomes, like if I was to start pushing, let's say, squat and bench at the same time. Well, shit, man, now I've got to worry about the elbows and I've got to worry about the hips. So I've got like a whole host of other exercises I've got to do just to survive. And I don't like that. I only like focusing on one rehab part of the body. And that's kind of the reason. It's not so much the thing. It's the supporting cast for the thing. And that's the stuff that takes forever, man. Like I'm going to do like this morning before I even went to work, I freaking woke up at 4:30. I got out here and I'm like, you know, I'm going to bang out 10 sets of 20 on the adductor machine. I did that before I went to work. Bang, 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 you know, bang, just smashed it all out. Go to work and I'm feeling fantastic and loose, blah, 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 blah. when I start to squat like really, really heavy, not only will I need to up the weight on that adductor machine, but I'm gonna have to start taking it really, really seriously. That's the only way you survive. Yeah, when I was benching, Bald Man Omni taught me about antagonistic warm-ups with the bar, just go all out on benching, pressing, or bent over rows. Yeah, that always feels good. Doc, would you bring the barbell rows back, heavy rows for back and core, and then continue with T-Way machine row for hypertrophy accessory? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So when the time comes, the bar is going to be the primary. And then, like a lot of the times when I was doing the barbell rows, man, like the sets would die, not because I can't do it anymore with the rowing. I just can't freaking maintain my core. Like I can't fucking be in this position with 100 kilos, constantly doing this. And usually I'll do those rowing days after the deadlift. So my back is fried. So it would be great to like, whatever, do the 10 sets of rowing and then come in here and maybe do one plate. Sets of 20 just for flow, like blood flow. That would be fantastic. I'd love that. Might be optimistic with recovery. We'll see. Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking. Obviously, ease into it. Don't just go nuts with it day one. What I miss Rose. Love the feeling of the stretch at the bottom. Feel like I'm a rip in half. Yeah, dude, it's amazing. And there's no back at it. I think the stretch is amazing with these. With the barbell rows, like you let go of your lats, the back is not holding you. The lower back, you know, it's tough. Hey Ivan, just a quick question. Say 100 Ivan Djuric take on silver black gorilla. How would you take it down? How would I take down a gorilla? Well, dude, the first couple of Ivans are dying outright, just single blows, that's for sure. So the first couple of Ivans are copping it sweetly. Copping it sweetly, man. I think that the biggest thing with the gorilla is I would need to like have some sort of neck protection so the gorilla doesn't rip my freaking neck out. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll just hemorrhage out quickly. So like, yeah, I don't know. Go for the eyes, go for the balls, go for the sensitive areas. Try and rip the eyes, poke the eyes or something. I don't know what you would do to a gorilla. I mean, after 100 freaking Ivans, I'm sure there's going to be a bit of fatigue on him. You know? Heavy bench, heavy roast today. No wonder a chipper singing mood. Oh, you know how it is, man. You get that back pump. You feel a million times better about yourself. Well, that is a smashing 11 working sets. I reckon I'll come back to this and finish off with that. But it's time to warm up for a bit of squats, I reckon. My dad comes over every day, almost. Chill out with the grandkids, you know. And I'm always encouraging him to come in here and do a couple of sets here and there. I encourage everyone that comes over, come in, do your sets. I got these machines now. You don't need a sport, you don't need me, you don't need anything. You can just jump on these machines. What I love the most is when I come, and I know this morning I was here at 4:30 doing these 50 kilos. The pin was at 41, so I reckon my dad did a few sets. Good. Makes me happy. Good on you, Dad. Good on you, man. He's 66 years old, getting after it. Legend. Get it. You can always get a few sets in. I don't care if you're a freaking 99-year-old. Ivan wrestlers at a high school prior to the university, unless elite, they suck at squats, Olympic, collegiate, NCAA Div 1. Yes, they're awesome. Yeah, I don't know anything about wrestling, man. Oh. Oh, man. All right. Oh. If 100 Ivan jump the silverback at once, take the big beast down like that, a few Ivans would be sacrificed in the process. Absolutely, Miz, for sure. During the Olympics, I posted about the Olympics wrestlers at a high school. Maybe, I don't quite remember what the story was, what I was saying. Oh man, this machine is fucking glorious. Oh. Oh. All right. Let's get a few squats in, eh? Get a bloody few squats in. For good measure. Oh, another thing I just noticed. I didn't do any benching for a while. My dad must have done benching because he left the bar in the bench, in the rack. Nice. So he did adduction and he did a bit of bench. He probably did a bit of incline. He probably did all round now. Ooh, and the cable machine is a 45. He did a bit of cable as well. My dad's gonna be more jacked than me. My dad's a monster. George says, hey man, always appreciate the chance to catch these live streams, Ivan. Are there any particular philosophers or people that have impacted your thinking, life philosophy outside of training? Oh yeah, many, dude. Many. I didn't even know about Stoicism, but later on I learned about Stoicism, and like as I was reading Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius, I started to go like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I follow a bunch of like channels. Speaking of channels that like cover philosophy and commentary on philosophy, and I love sitting there and just thinking about things. And when you're wired that way, like whenever something happens in life, whether it be good or bad, like you just think to yourself about philosophy and processing that and being in the moment and what it means and whatever. And things like if I go to a cemetery to see, my grandma's grave or my father-in-law's grave, I sit there and I just think to myself, I miss them dearly, but it's never a sense of like I'll never see them again. I'm always like, yeah, I'm headed to the same place they're headed, And one day, my tombstone is going to read my name and a date, and my kids will be standing over my grave. Hopefully it all happens in order, as long as God wills it that way. Yeah, there's an order to life. Nobody, gets out of here alive, and like that thought is never too far away from my mind, that all of this stuff is just temporary. And that's why like a lot of the stuff that happens in my life, I'm like, yeah, whatever. There's an afterlife, there's a God. All of these thoughts, all of these emotions, reactions, conflicts, all of the stuff that happens, even recently, a lot of the backlash about some of my thoughts, I just go to myself, yeah, I know who I am and I know where I stand, and I don't dwell on it too much, man, And it's a freeing thought, And the idea of like convincing somebody of your thoughts and your let's say your wisdom or your convictions, it's pointless. You can definitely point out your beliefs, but if somebody really chooses to have a completely different opinion on things, don't sweat it. There's no point. Everyone's on their own journey and their own discovery, Everyone's got their own fate, let's say. And there's no point being angry at somebody for not being at a certain bus stop that you're at. Maybe you're ahead, you're behind, whatever. Everyone's got their own journey. You try to voice your opinion. If you get a bit of fire back and it burns you, stay away and just continue. Like the people that really matter to you are the ones that you really should try your hardest and cry with and laugh with and battle with. But like some stranger online that says to you you're an idiot and you mean nothing and you should jump off a bridge, and some of the hate that I got like in the comments, I just think to myself, wow, man, here's an individual sending hate, death threats online to somebody who has a different political opinion or philosophical opinion about how the world should be and what their beliefs are. It's an interesting thing, very, very interesting thing. And but that's the way the world is. There's a lot of hate in the world and a lot of perspectives in the world, and no matter whatever you say, you will find an enemy and a friend potentially, no matter what you say. So what do most people do? They don't say anything in fear of having conflict with somebody. And so people are just frightened to death, and they just live life as an NPC. Most people are freaking NPCs, just like in the video game. We make fun of NPCs, but fucking hell, most people are not reactionary at all. Most people are just fucking walking the street like, they've got their own thoughts and ideas, but they do not dare say anything. So they're NPCs. And that's fine. Like, society, the environment is scared them to bits about anything and everything. And so they take all their thoughts and emotions and fears and love, all that to the grave, and that's it. Or maybe only a few people know their true underpinnings, their true internal structure, thoughts, energy, but by far most people will have no idea. And I don't know, whatever. There's many different ways to live this life. I'm not saying that what I've just explained is the best way to go, It's just that is the standard distribution of the population. There's going to be very, very few people with the balls to speak up. The majority are going to be sheep, and people can get upset about that or not. That's the way it is. Like, look at history, man. Most people, when they say going march onto that front line and die for us, most people will. Any point of history you see, how many people are willing to die for their beliefs? My friend, there are fucking few and far between, man. Most people would just succumb to the fear and just off they go. Off they go marching as a sheep. You know? What do you mean Ivan is squatting every day? Where did you read that? There's no study. Oh, so, okay. You can't think for yourself? No worries. Another follower. You just follow until the cows come home. Or is it the German Shepherd comes home? You just keep following. Good little sheep. Whatever, man. Oh, well, that's not going to work. That was a cramp. Oh, fuck. Well, that is not going to work. I'm cramping in my deltoid. Fuck. I can't have my hands behind my back. That's a little bit better. Maybe just a wider grip. Oh, definitely Danish. I love it. Good girl, bad girl, absolutely wonderful machines. Cheers from Bulgaria. Hey, hero, how are you, man? Ivan, I used to watch years ago as Bobby forever. And now you're Bobby or Bobbio. What's your PR with 60 kilos? 60 kilos for what, like max reps? On the squat, you mean? Do you think training every day yields more results than training? No, I don't think that at all. Once again, I don't believe in any of that. Like, it's what do you do on those days? What if one of those days you come in and squat the bar for just for one rep at 60? You know, these loose questions where you're saying, what's better, black or blue? There needs to be like a bit more definition behind what you're talking about. Like, you know, like let's say I train every single day and only 3 of those days I go hard. Everything else is just warm-ups. That classifies as squatting every day or training every day, but that is not, I'm still doing 3 days a week, you know what I mean? So it's too loose of a question to answer that accurately. It's way too loose. It just depends. Like, I hate saying this over and over again, but it just depends on what you're talking about. In other words, do you think you're the best physically you could possibly be if I train every day, as opposed to, let's say, training a body part once or twice a week? Bobby, the way my life is with shift work, I can't have a structured workout. I auto-regulate everything. I go by feel on everything. My roster is rotating. I can't do, okay, next Tuesday I'm going to feel good. I don't know next Tuesday how I'm going to feel. Maybe I come off nights and I feel terrible for 2 days in a row. What do I do with that? Do I not train for a week now because that's what I did? So like I literally come in every day and I warm up and I see what's possible. If I feel good, I'll push. If I don't, I don't. Literally, that's what I do, man. My friends joke about NPCs. Hey, Van, what do you think of a person age 40 still living at home with parents, no wife, kids, etc.? Have they failed? Well, it depends. Oh my God, I'm just saying it depends all the time. It depends what the situation is, man. Like there's if you've done nothing in your life, you don't have a good job, you don't have a good relationship with somebody, you're not healthy, you're not fit, you haven't traveled the world, you've done fucking absolutely zero. Yes, you're a failure. You've done nothing. Let's say you're 40, you're living at home, and you're a CEO of Apple. That's not a failure. So it depends. Like, you know, these questions are, they're very, very loose, and it depends many things. Like, what if that 40-year-old person is, you know, living at home, 40, and is traveling all around the world and uses the home living address just for a little bit? Who knows? That person might be exploring the world. It just depends. But if they're 40 and they have zero to show for 40 years of life, yes, that is very bad. If you try 20 to 30 reps squats when you were doing all that benching, yeah, I know you tried 20 to 30 reps squats when you were doing all the benching. I'd be interested in hearing what your 60 kg or 100 kg MRAP is. With 100 kilos, I've done 32 reps. With 100, I've done 32 reps. And that was like, fucking hell, man. That was like 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I did 32, I think. You can check it up on the channel, man. Just search it up. I'm sure something will pop up. I did 60 with 60 kilos last year, but smoking this year and lost a lot of cardio. I quit now and I'm huffing and puffing, just doing 20 with 60. Yeah. Yeah, it's cardio at that point. If you feel fatigued, then take it easy. I'll say this, I don't believe one should be a slave to their programming. Well said, Bobby. I like that. I have older brother, age 41, has pretty much done nothing in this life. A big waste. I don't follow his footsteps. That's sad to see. That really is sad to see that he's done nothing. Nothing to show for it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what drives people to just be so stationary and that they don't have an anxiety about doing anything. That puzzles me. That puzzles me. Like, what's going on there? Is there like some deep-rooted mental health illness? Is that person depressed? Is that person suffering from something deep down that they haven't told anybody? And that's why they haven't really left the nest and taken on life and taken risks and all that. That's what kind of I think about sometimes. Has there been child trauma? Has there been something that's really derailed them and they've taken all these years to process all that stuff? I don't know. Or simply they just want to play video games and be at home and do nothing. There's also those people. I don't know. Big squad days. Yeah, big squad days, man. So for 60 kilos, I've done 50 reps, I think. With 100 kilos, I've done 32. With 140, I reckon I've done 18. I reckon once I did 18, never 20. I don't think I ever did 20. That's the milk and squats program. I remember back in the day. With 160, I reckon I've done 8. It's funny. And then 180, I've done 13. So clearly that 160 is not right, but. All right. Oh, the back is still fried, man. Lower back is still fried. Got nothing left, bruz. Wait. You still have the Evo? Yeah, man, still got the Evo. Yes, Stoic philosophy has been a massive help for me too. And what you think, and what you say about thinking for ourselves reminds me of the key foundation from early Greek philosophy too, which was simply know yourself. Yeah, I love that. What do you think of the train X lift every day knockoff or clone channels that sprung about due to you having done it first virtually? Yeah, like, you know, when I see all those like people doing deadlift every day, bench every day, clean every day, like whatever, I like to see it. I legit puts a smile on my face because whatever motivates you to get out, like once again, like a lot of these people, like me, we are not Olympic weightlifters, we are not powerlifters, we are just regular freaking dudes in our garage enjoying our lives. So all these people that are like going nuts about min-maxing freaking programming and life and all, chill, dude. It is far better for that person to be out here than inside fucking sitting there and eating chips watching Netflix. Chill. Not everyone is on the same path as Arnold Schwarzenegger. Not everyone's going to be a Djokovic or a Ronaldo. Like, we're not doing that. And so when I see people like committing themselves to an everyday training routine, I don't give a shit if they're doing wrist curls every day. Good. Whatever. Go fucking do it, dude. Do something. Just fucking get out and do something, man. Like I said to you guys before, 2/3 of the Western world is overweight and obese. Do something. All of this is great. Just fucking get out there, man. Do something. Running. Everyone's running nowadays. Go run. Fucking whatever, dude. Just get passionate about something. Get physically active doing something. If you get passionate about a lift, fucking do it 3 times a day if you want. You'll make it work somehow. Just go for it. It's all good. Oh my God, my back is fucking cramping. Oh. One deadlift screws you up for a week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, the Generation X. All right. Now, let me just cool down with this. And then I reckon I'll do another little cheeky set. Another little cheeky set of back. The Generation X. Is that how it goes? The Generation X. Is that how it goes? Do you guys remember back in the day? I don't know if you guys are old enough. Some of you guys probably not. X-Pac, Triple H. Who else was in the Generation X? Damn, I forgot now. The Generation X. Break it down. Yeah, that's it. Oh my goodness. What's wrong with me tonight, man? I'm thinking about all this old school shit. Over 40, having no wife, kids, have dodged a bullet. What do you think? HBK, Triple H, Badass, Billy Gunn. That's spot on. The Gen Show, Shawn Michael. Oh, boys, memories. Fuck. I love that. X-Pac. I wonder what, man, I feel like Googling some of these people. Where's X-Pac? Like, what's he doing with his life? Is he alive? I know Triple H is like basically managing the place, the owner now or whatever. I know Shawn Michaels was all like, Shawn Michaels all like beat up and broken and back injury or whatever happened to him. Man, I used to believe all of that was real. That was the UFC for my generation. I was like, sick, X-Pac. The Generation X. China? Oh, is China dead? Did she pass away? Holy shit, I didn't know that. Did I know that? Man, China was this muscly chick, wasn't she, man? Man, I didn't even know back, like, this is the thing, I was a kid, I had no idea all these guys were just smashing steroids. Oh, God. Maybe not X-Pac, but like Triple H for sure. Those traps were huge. China for sure. She must have been dosing daily. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Jumbo plays. How's it going, Ivan? Have you watched Andrew Huberman's 4-hour podcast with Pavel Tsatsouline? I think you definitely find it valuable. I've seen some clips, man. I've seen some clips about it. Yeah. Pavel Tsatsouline is definitely my thing. I want to check that out. I just haven't had the time. But I've seen clips here and there about all that stuff. Willem says, howdy, Ivan. Hey, man. I saw your video on hamstring. You kept bringing up how you don't need to train hamstrings as your deadlift lockout is fine. Did you squat go up from training quads and upper back? Yes, last year I did a PR of 215 and that was on a back off, no hamstring training. It was, what I do, belt squat, hack squat, leg press. So during the hack squat period, I was doing 4-week stints. 4 weeks belt squat, 4-week hack squat. And then I PR'd and then I went to leg press and then I started PRing on the deadlift. Yeah, so, and then upper back training throughout, I think, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, no hamstring training at all. But I'm not saying you should do that. Everyone's got their own path. Like if you're built a little bit different than me, then maybe you need a lot of hamstrings and glutes. Nice, mate. That's all good. I reckon I'll do a bit of a couple of bloody more of these babies. They feel good. 2 plates. Take it for a ride. Oh, yeah. Love you. I love you. I love you. There, said it. I do. Oh, the camera's upset. Oh. I think having bigger hamstrings and glutes. Oh, what's happening here? The kids just open the fridge and then just leave. Open the fridge up and then just walk into the next bedroom. Yeah, the fridge has been open for like a minute now. That's where the power bill goes, mate. There we go. Our motor's going to start back up again now. Cool all that shit down again. Oh, baby. Yep, that is going to work just for power bills. It's all good. I still love you. I think having bigger hamstrings and glutes make your leverages and overall strength in the squat better, even if the quads are the main driver. I was watching a video from Pete Rubish yesterday on glute training for the deadlift and squat. He highly recommends belt walk. Oh, here's my belt walk. What he gets out of belt walk is what I get here. The lateral hip. This is it. Hips, I'm a big fan on that. But hamstrings, it's like this, dude. You assess your lifting, so do a maximum pull, do a maximum squat, and sit there and think to yourself, what is failing me? What is failing me? What is the rate limiting step here? If you, in your heart of hearts, in all of your knowledge, you think that the hamstrings are the limiting factor in the squat, run it. Give it 6, 12 weeks, fucking run it. Smash it. Let's say you're on the other side of those 12 weeks and you haven't moved. We go back. What is the rate limiting thing? What is holding you from getting the next PR? That is the only question I have. I'm not saying the bigger, stronger glutes is not going to be good for you. Of course it's going to be good for you. But what does get you forward? That's the question here. Everything. Big forearms are healthy for you. Everything's fat neck, all of that. But what is the lowest hanging fruit? How do we make this whole empire, our body, how do we progress? That's the question. How do we get better? And so for me, what I've thought about is, where is the limiting step in all of this? What's holding me back? That's the question I have. Nothing else. Right. fucking overdone it. I'll do one more. Can't leave it at 2 sets, 3 sets. Last I remember of X-Pac, substance abuse issues and load of injuries, including a big neck injury by getting fired from wrestling. Oh shit. Behind back shrugs. Huh. I get your point on shrugs, but it can't be better than this, dude. Surely. Willem, have I figured out the limiting step in the squat then? I wish it was that simple. I wish. I have not. The truth of the matter is I have not. I think it's the quads. Because every time I do quads, something good happens. So if someone had a bullet or a gun to my head right now and said, in a month you have to PR, or whatever, let's say 2 months, just a bit of extra time. And all I had to do is train, not work, not go to work and pay bills and all that stuff. I would spend a lot of time in the hack squat. Absolutely, for sure. And I would do a lot of back training, a lot of back training so I can survive the incline in the squat. That's what I would do. It's helped me in the past, so I've got no reason to believe it won't help me again. Oh, yeah. I feel you, Josh, for sure. See, this thing, when I do this thing, and a lot of people are like, nah, pull-ups are better. Dude, when I do this machine right now, I feel here. It's hard to, like, I don't know. Obviously, I might be doing something wrong, and you might be getting everything you need from... See, I'm feeling my lats. Like, I'm feeling it here. Right? This is what I'm feeling. You can see the pump. You can see the pump. I'm feeling it all this. This is the lat. When I do pull-ups, I'm feeling it like here. Through here, like in the armpit. Teres major. So lat, teres major, minor. I'm not saying one is bad, one's wrong. I'm just saying there are differences. And you just got to make the right choice for you. You know? Ivan, is the deadlift worth cutting out as an exercise from an arsenal and just recovering from minor lower back injury? Well, look, if you're in pain right now, of course, I wouldn't do any big movements like that. The deadlift is a lot more than just back. There's a lot of quad, there's a lot of hamstring, adductors, all that. A lot of technique. I think I spoke about this yesterday. I think if I was injured in the lower back, I would live in the GHD machine, without a doubt. I would live with anterior flexion exercises, core exercises. Like, I love sit-ups. A lot of people say sit-ups are shit. I love sit-ups. I'll do a lot of that. I'll do a lot of GHDs, a lot of hip stuff. Like, I'm doing hip stuff for anything. When I need to do bench, I'll do hip stuff. When I need to do squats, I do hip stuff. When I do the deadlifts, hip stuff. Hip stuff all the time for me. But yeah, GHD and abs. That's what I would do. All the freaking time. Sit-ups, GHD. Your angles straight from pull-ups over rows. I love rows, man. Have you tried weighted chins slightly narrow? I've tried all sorts of... I just have to remind you guys, like, I was hating rows for what I've been training now for 15 years. Not quite 15 years, but let's say 15 years. Only in the last year, let's say a year, I have been pro rows. For the previous 14 years, it's been pull-ups, man. I've done wide pull-ups. My best is 22 wide pull-ups, like this. For some reason, I'm good at wide pull-ups. I don't get it. I've done chins, I've done this, I'm lying to you now. I've done 40 kilo pull-ups, neutral grip, for a set of like 5, I think, if not more. I forget all of this shit. It's somewhere in the book, man. I don't know. I've done all of it, and I finished the pull-up like this. This is how I finish. Get my chin over the bar, and I'm like this, instead of like this, instead of in the lats. I'm in the biceps and I'm in the teres major minor. I hate it. Beautiful, man. Fellas, it's been like damn near 2 hours. I was not planning on working out this long. Appreciate you all. I need to run. I need to go inside, shower the little guy, shower myself, eat dinner, sleep, wake up tomorrow, repeat. Just like that, the day's gone. Like always, it's a pleasure. How long, Willem? Can't get enough. Josh, appreciate you, dude. Miz, who else am I missing out? All of you fellas, you guys are legends. Thank you for hanging out. Willem, Doc, Jack, appreciate all of you fellas. I'll see you guys a little bit earlier tomorrow, actually. I'm going to see you guys, what time is it now? I'm going to see you guys in 15 hours. Yeah, in about 15, 16 hours, I'll see you. Appreciate you, fellas. See you next time. Bye-bye.